So for Module 2, you should have taken the Career Maturity Inventory Screening Form. It's a short form. The original is 24 questions, but this is 10. And if you haven't already taken it, you can find it on the Module 2 page as Part 1. You answer agree or disagree, and then at the end you count up how many disagree statements you made. That's going to help with the scoring. So at this point you should have the number of disagree statements that you've made. Now, the Career Maturity Inventory Screening Form gives a point for every disagree. If you had 9 or 10 disagrees, this indicates a readiness to engage effectively in making career decisions and occupational choices. It also shows you have the attitudes needed to benefit from the results of interest inventories and aptitude tests. Just looking at an explanation of Savickas's career construction theory by Stoltz and Barclay, people who have career adaptability basically have 4 areas where they do well. The concern for the future, they have a planful and optimistic attitude. In terms of control, they are deliberate and decisive. They have a balanced use of emotion and cognition. In terms of curiosity, they have systematically explored different things about the world of work, but also about self-awareness, and they like to seek information regarding not only themselves but also the world of work and how the two fit. And people with career adaptability also tend to have confidence or the belief in their own ability to succeed, self-efficacy. Person who scored 9 or 10 on this, you tend to have all of those things. Scores of 4 to 8 disagree statements reflect the need to foster a greater readiness to make career choices and suggest that maybe a useful intervention might concentrate on you exploring more about yourself or exploring more about occupational information. Scores of 3 and below suggest strong indecision and identity confusion, and you may even want to meet with your school counselor to talk about this. So if we look at this explanation again, people who have very low scores might feel indifferent or not really care about the future. They may feel indecisive or confused or helpless in terms of how they can approach this situation. They tend to be naive about information regarding the world or information about themselves. Maybe they even have negative images of themselves or inaccurate images of themselves. And in terms of self-efficacy or the belief in their ability to succeed, they tend not to have this, or they tend to inhibit this feeling. So if you're someone who has a low score, one way to reflect on this some more is to look at what does a career adaptable person say about each of these questions. And you can read this document. It's linked on the page so that you can learn a little bit more about specific interventions that you might do. So for example, on number 3, if you said that you agree that you know very little about the requirements of jobs, then a career adaptive response would be to disagree, and obviously to use a systematic approach to search information about what jobs require. And one website you could use is ONET to do that searching. So this document is available for you to read so that you could see what a career adaptive person would answer in each of these quizzes. On the next part of the assignment, you are going to be answering these questions regarding the results, and then in part 3 you're going to choose an option to explore. You can either explore more about your own personality and how it relates to your self-efficacy, or explore non-traditional careers so you can learn more about the world of work. You only have to do one of those parts. Thanks.